Let me be honest with you for a second. If you have ever walked into a networking event, forced a smile, handed out business cards, and then gone home absolutely exhausted, wondering why everyone else seemed to be energized by that exact same experience, you might be an introvert. And here is the thing that nobody tells you early enough in life. Being an introvert is not a weakness when it comes to building a business. In fact, for online business, it might actually be your biggest competitive advantage. Today, we are diving into the best online small business ideas specifically designed for people who recharge in solitude, think deeply before speaking, and would genuinely rather send an email than make a phone call. These are not just ideas. These are real paths that real introverts are using right now to build income, freedom, and lives they actually enjoy living. Before we get into the list, let me tell you why online businesses work so well for introverts. The internet has completely changed the rules of entrepreneurship. You do not need a storefront. You do not need a sales team. You do not need to shake hands with strangers or give presentations in conference rooms. You can build something meaningful, profitable, and sustainable almost entirely on your own terms. That is not a consolation prize. That is a genuine superpower. So let us get into it. The first idea is freelance writing. And I know what you might be thinking. Writing sounds simple, too simple. But stay with me here because this is one of the most scalable and in-demand skills on the entire internet right now. Every business, every brand, every blog, every website needs words. They need articles, product descriptions, newsletters, website copy, case studies, and more. The demand is endless and growing. As a freelance writer, you work alone, you communicate mostly through email and documents, and you can build your entire client base without ever getting on a video call if you prefer not to. Introverts tend to be exceptional writers because they process information deeply and they express ideas with precision. Starting out, you can find clients on platforms like Upwork or through LinkedIn, and over time, you can specialize in a niche that genuinely interests you, which makes the work feel less like work and more like contribution. The second idea is selling digital products. Think about everything you already know. Your skills, your processes, your systems, your areas of deep expertise, all of that knowledge can be packaged into something that someone else will pay for. We are talking about ebooks, templates, Notion dashboards, spreadsheets, Lightroom presets, Canva designs, music samples, stock photography, and so much more. The beauty of digital products is that you can create them once and sell them repeatedly. No inventory, no shipping, no constant client communication. You can build the product, you can set up shop, and then the business runs largely on autopilot. Platforms like Etsy, Gumroad, and PayHip make it genuinely accessible to get started even if you have zero technical background. For an introvert who wants to earn income without constant social interaction, this model is almost too good to be true. Idea number 3 is affiliate marketing. This one takes a bit of patience to build, but the payoff is remarkable. Affiliate marketing means that you can promote other people's products and earn a commission when someone makes a purchase through your link. You can do this through a blog, a YouTube channel, a newsletter, a Pinterest account, or even a niche website dedicated to a specific topic. The key is to build trust with an audience around a subject you genuinely care about and then recommend products that actually serve them. Because you are building this primarily through content rather than direct sales conversations, introverts often thrive here. You are writing, researching, and creating. You are rarely, if ever, on a phone with a stranger trying to close a deal. Over time, a well-built affiliate site can generate significant passive income month after month. Number 4 is online tutoring or teaching. Now, I want to address something here because some introverts immediately dismiss teaching as too social. But here is what makes online teaching different. You get to choose your format entirely. You can teach live one-on-one sessions with students where you have full control of the conversation. You can create pre-recorded courses that students watch at their own pace, meaning you film it once and never have to be live again. You can even run text-based tutoring through messaging platforms. Whatever level of human interaction you are comfortable with, there is a format that fits. If you have deep knowledge in mathematics, languages, music, coding, design, history, or honestly, almost anything, there is a student somewhere willing to pay for your expertise. Platforms like Teachable, Thinkific, and Udemy handle all of the technical infrastructure so you can focus purely on the teaching itself. Idea number 5 is social media management. I know this sounds counterintuitive. Social media for an introvert? But here is the distinction that matters. There is a massive difference between being social and managing social media professionally. Social media managers work behind the scenes. They write captions, schedule posts, and design graphics, and analyze data, and develop strategy. They are typically not the face of the accounts they manage. They are the architect working quietly in the background. Introverts are often excellent at this because it requires focus, attention to detail, and thoughtful communication, all qualities that introverts naturally possess. Small businesses desperately need people who can manage their online presence, and many are willing to pay very well for reliable, consistent help. Number 6 is bookkeeping and virtual accounting. If you have a mind for numbers and organization, this is one of the most consistently in-demand services in the entire online business world. Small business owners frequently struggle to manage their own finances, and they outsource this responsibility quickly once they can afford to do so. As a virtual bookkeeper, you can handle invoices, track expenses, reconcile accounts, and prepare financial reports, all from your home, all through software with minimal real-time communication required. Getting a certification in platforms like QuickBooks or Xero is surprisingly accessible and can dramatically increase what you charge. For an introvert who finds deep satisfaction in order, accuracy, and working independently, bookkeeping is a genuinely excellent path. Idea number 7 is website design and development. Every business on the planet needs a website, and most business owners have absolutely no idea how to build one. If you enjoy the creative and technical process of designing websites, whether that is through platforms like WordPress, Shopify, Squarespace, or other actual code, you can build a very strong freelance business serving clients who desperately need what you offer. The communication involved in website design is mostly through emails, project management tools, and occasional brief calls. It is highly independent work that rewards attention to detail and creative problem solving. And these are two things that many introverts have in abundance. Number 8 is podcast editing and production. Podcasting has exploded in popularity, and most podcast hosts are excellent speakers but terrible editors. They record their episodes and then they need someone to clean up the audio, remove mistakes, add music, export files, write show notes, and upload everything to the distribution platforms. As a podcast editor, you can work entirely alone with audio files. You are never on stage. You are never in front of a camera. You are doing quiet, focused technical work that makes someone else sound brilliant. This niche is growing fast, and the barrier to entry is relatively low if you are willing to learn the tools. Idea number 9 is content strategy consulting. This is a more advanced path, but an incredibly lucrative one. Content strategy means helping businesses figure out what to say, where to say it, how often, and to whom. It is the thinking behind all the content they create. As a consultant, you do deep research, develop comprehensive strategies, and deliver written reports and recommendations. Much of this work happens in your own head and on your own screen. Client communication tends to be structured and purposeful rather than constant. For introverts who love research, planning, and the big picture thinking, this is a path worth serious consideration. And the 10th idea is virtual assistant services. Virtual assistants support business owners with a wide range of administrative and operational tasks. Email management, scheduling, research, data entry, customer service, and project coordination. The work is largely independent and communication happens through written channels. You are often the behind-the-scenes support system that keeps someone else's business running smoothly. For introverts who are organized, reliable, and good at anticipating needs, this role can be both fulfilling and financially rewarding. Here is the bottom line. The online world was practically built for introverts. Your ability to focus deeply, think carefully, and communicate thoughtfully through writing is enormously valuable in the digital economy. You do not have to reinvent yourself or pretend to be someone you're not. You just have to find the path that matches who you already are and then commit to building something real. Start with one idea from this list. Research it, test it, and take one step this week, because the business you build does not have to look like anyone else's business. It just has to work for you.